AITA for trading plates with my son at a barbecue after the adults refused to let him have a burger. My husband met some guy back last year and became close with him over the months. He just invited us down for a barbecue at his house yesterday. We brought food as well. We brought enough for 12 burgers, 12 hot dogs and some extra, like sodas, chips, etc. There was roughly 8 adults and probably around 12 kids at the barbecue, not including us and our 3 kids, 13, 9 and 8 months. Our oldest of 3 children doesn't like hot dogs. He is grossed out by them. He watched a video on how they were made years ago and has refused to touch them since. So when he went up to the grill and he was handed a couple hot dogs, he politely asked for a burger instead. The guy at the grill, husband's friend, says nope, sorry kid, the burgers are for the adults. I tried explaining that he doesn't like hot dogs and the guy just kind of shrugged his shoulders. So I asked for a burger and right in front of him I had my son switch plates with me. This did cause some hang-ups. The other kids were asking why he got a burger when they weren't allowed to. However, no one said anything directly to me or my son. Well, this guy's been texting my husband today saying that next time there's a barbecue, I'm not invited, followed by an lol like it was a joke. Husband asked why and he said that I caused an uproar over a hot dog and that this was just how shit went at their house and that burgers are for the adults only whenever there's a barbecue at their place and they won't be changing their rules to accommodate to a lone child. My husband hasn't responded and now I'm just pissed in general because now I think the guy's a scumbag. It wasn't like we went empty-handed. 12 extra burgers is what I personally brought and if my son wanted one of them, he's going to have one regardless of what this man says. My husband thinks I should just drop it but he's literally not defending me or our son here and I'm pissed. Was I wrong here? Now a few comments. That guy is an asshole for many reasons. Who hosts a cookout and makes their guests bring their own hot dogs and hamburgers and then tells the kid of the parents who brought the food they can't have a burger? Get some better friends. We had a family friend who started a fight between my husband and I. They had been friends for many years before we met, though I actually went to high school with the friend. He owed us money and because he didn't have the funds to pay us back he started a fake fight with me over something really stupid. He bad-mouthed me to my in-laws. He wouldn't talk to me when my mill was in the hospital. It was ridiculous. My husband kept telling me to just let it go. He came to our house with his kids after all of us went to visit my mill at the hospital when she was fighting cancer. He gave me the coldest shoulder as he walked in, colder than the one at the hospital. I went into the family room and asked him if he had a problem with me. He said yes. I told him he was not allowed to disrespect me in my home and he needed to leave. So he did. I flat out told my husband he had a choice to make. Either he defended me, especially in our own home, or if he wouldn't, to let me know and we could end it right then and there. He defended me. After that, my in-laws and my husband started to see him for who he was. We are still friends but he did major damage to our relationship with him. It's okay to remain friends with people, so long as you know and understand who they are. If you and your husband want to remain friends, fine, but set clear boundaries that none of you will be attending his BBQs in the future. You just magically will have other things to do. If your husband won't abide by that boundary of yours, better to know now. It's this story. TLDR: a husband on AITA essentially admits to what can only be described as a non-sexual affair with his best male friend. Like, full-on barely giving any attention to his wife but bought his best mate Gucci shoes. When commenters asked if Op was gay or bisexual he said he didn't want to think about it, more or less. The conclusion most people came to was Op and best guy friend are gay, but Op at least is so deep in the closet he refuses to even consider the question because the answer is yes. So no, you are not the a-hole. Next story. AITA for calling my girlfriend a dumbass and taking away her key after she almost burned my house down. Poo mode activated, poop. My girlfriend wanted a pizza. I have really good frozen pizzas from the local Italian market. They are made fresh and if you do them up on a pizza stone they come out perfect. I have made these for us many times. It is a simple process. You take the pizza stone and put it in the oven, let the oven preheat. Put the pizza on the paddle and slide it onto the hot stone. Once it's ready you slide the paddle under the pizza and pull it out, Put it on the carving board and cut it. Easy, right? Nope. My pizza stone was dirty. It is scorched, not dirty. So her brilliant idea was to make the pizza on my plastic cutting board. Because that way she could just take the cutting board out with oven mitts and cut the pizza without having to use all the tools. I got home to see black smoke coming out of my house and my girlfriend on the phone with 911. My dog is not on his leash and he's going crazy. I go to the front door to see if it's hot in the house or if I can see flames. No flames, no heat. I get to the stove and turn it off. I open the sliding door to let out more smoke and get my leash on the way out. The firefighters are there within 5 minutes and the smoke is already dissipating. They go in to make sure. All clear. Thank God they were there less than an hour. It is covered by the city. If it was over an hour I would have been charged for the response. My oven is fucked though. And I have a lot of smoke damage to clean up. I told my girlfriend I was glad she was okay but that she is a dumbass and she wasn't allowed in my house alone for a while. I took her key away. We do not live together. But she has roommates and likes having a big house to herself on her days off. She says that it's a mistake anyone could make and that I'm an asshole for calling her names. Yes, she said those words. She says it's my fault for not just getting microwave pizza and having to eat fancy. Now a few comments. NTA a 24 years old. Who doesn't know you can't put a plastic cutting board in the oven is a dumbass. She didn't apologize. She thinks you're too fancy for wanting non-microwaved pizza. Seems like she likes having your house to herself more than she likes you. This reminds me of my childhood. Growing up, I always thought I hated steak because my mom always cooked them super well done and then microwaved them to a sad, gray puck of meat because she was worried about salmonella or whatever other food poisoning could happen from pink steak. Then she'd give us ketchup because steak sauce was too spicy for her and there way no way us kids would like it. I never liked the overcooked steak with ketchup so I just assumed that steak was generally gross. It took until my mid-20s before I realized that I didn't hate steak, I just hated my mom's cooking. I went out to eat with my now husband for his birthday and he convinced me to get a filet mignon. When I tell you it was one of the best things I had ever eaten, I'm not exaggerating. I've had to rethink a lot of my hated foods because I've since learned that I enjoy 90% of the things I thought I always hated. I don't think I ever really disliked them, it was just how my mom prepared them. She's a black pepper is too spicy, broiled chicken and steamed veggies kind of person. At least in her older age she's come to accept that she makes boring food and since she only cooks for herself, she doesn't expect anyone to like it. Look dude, even if that's the thought process. This was multiple levels of dumb. She called the fucking fire department because she burned something in the oven. Did she go check it first? Were there even flames? Or did she see smoke and just immediately call 911? She didn't even turn the fucking oven off. I could almost forgive plastic and oven stupidity but it just continues from there. So, not the a-hole at all. For more stories please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Thanks.